Howdy, everybody. This is Bake with IronThroneCraft.com, and this is our weekly invasion video, part one. And for part one, got something a little special for you. I got to go and invade with the Alliance one from Kingdom 5 with Tess and Angry and those folks. So to start it off, we went to Kingdom 30, we went to Kingdom 19, and that's what this video is going to be, is the Alliance one, invading Kingdom 30 and Kingdom 19. But first thing we're going to do is occupy Earth here, invaded Kingdom 5. So we're going to go and hit him, obviously, because he invaded. We get special dragon buffs, so we're going to go check it out, see how it goes. He's pretty big. He's almost 20 billion. I know for a fact he has a really big Dark Lord, so I'm pretty sure this hit's going to go poorly. But cheaper T6, they're cheaper to revive, they're cheaper to build, they're cheaper to do everything else. And there is a Tess in Kingdom 5 who can set big rallies. So he ports in, I go boost up, I'm going to go over there, and then obviously I'm going to try to solo him pretty quickly into it. You see that she sets a rally. It's archers, so I'm going to fill the rally, and then after I fill the rally, I'm going to try a solo on Occupy Earth using the dragon buff and see how it goes with the dragon invader buff. Dragon invader buff removes all the defense from him. So we're seeing if the solo with no defense manages to hit hard enough to burn him. And we're also going to see how this rally goes. So first thing we're doing is, you see I say I'm going to soften him up. I'm going to go pop my Lord skills, make sure everything's all ready to go. He's 19 billion. Hit my dragon, and I'm going to send Cav. And the reason I'm sending Cav is because if he is stacked on a single type, I don't know. There's no real reason, honestly. I'm just going to send Cav at him because it's faster. So Tess hits him and burns him with the rally. I solo and don't burn him. I get capped right off the bat. So could have gone better. You can see I killed very little, got capped. I didn't soften. They're all laughing at me now. Not the best start to the invasion. Tess did burn him, though, so we're going to see how that burn went for the rally. And also, not very well. Killed 5 million troops, nearly got capped on the rally. You look at his boost there, 1557 troop attack, 700 HP in defense. That's a big old Dark Lord set. That's a dangerous one. See some tier 2 infantry. That's what took most of the losses, obviously, because we sent archers. And then also a whole bunch of tier 2 siege. And then a whole bunch of tier 3 after that. So he's layered well. He's got a big Dark Lord set. He's not going to be very fun to rally. So we're going to leave that one alone after that. If he'd blown up a little harder, maybe we would have kept going, 20 million, 25 million, something like that. But nearly getting capped on a rally, even though tier 6 are cheaper now, they're not that cheap. So we're not just going to keep on dumping those into there. And as you see my brilliant analysis in Alliance chat there, he has good gear. It's an ugly hit. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go and we're going to start scouting kingdoms to invade. So I'm going to cut that part while we're scouting, and I'm just going to go and revive these tier 6 with the cheaper cost now. And you see that I get confused on it for a second and can't understand why, but it's because I already have 100 million points stacked up there. So it costs 56 million points to revive all those. And over here, it costs about another 50 million. So obviously, huge boon to attacking is that you can revive tier 6 now. And reviving tier 6 is much cheaper. We're not getting those 750, 800 million revive herbs anymore. It's a lot cheaper now. You can use the tier 6, and as you're going to see in these invasion videos, we're going to put that to good use. Going to use a lot of tier 6. In part 2, tomorrow, we invade Kingdom 9, and we chain tier 6 rallies into people. Get a big 0. For today, we're going to run into a lot of siege stack targets. And in Kingdom 9, we also run into a lot of siege stack targets, but a couple of them are a little softer than these ones. So we see that the king of Kingdom 30 is Lady Boots. And she's obviously unshielded because she's the king. She's 14 billion. That's right in the range where she's either going to hurt us real bad or she's going to get smoked. So immediately solo, Tess sets a rally, and I'm going to fill the rally again. So just like we did with Occupy Earth there, I send a solo, see how that goes. And you see that I won. Only injured, though. Injured 3.3 million. But I know that since I injured 3.3 million with my solo, I know that the big max rally is probably going to hit quite a bit harder. So, watching that now, go check my solo again. She's got 101 million troops. She got 1,000 troop attack, 447 troop defense. So that tells me that she is running Dark Lord, but that her Dark Lord's a lot lower than Occupy Earth's was. So hopefully she's going to explode. She does have a big old stack of siege, though, which, as you will find out, is a pretty common build nowadays. Check the rally, though. Rally killed 14 million. Not too shabby. She had 52 million siege. One rally killed 14 million. So it's going to take about 4 to 5 rallies to clear out those siege if we want to do it. So we're going to keep going on that. Siege stack, people are disappointed by the fact that it's a siege stack, but Lady Boots was online, as is smart to be on Saturdays, as you'll see in other invasion videos that I release tomorrow about people getting zeroed. So she passes king to an alt and shields up. So that's what I say here is, well, that target's over. And so now Kingdom 30 is pretty boring at this point. We went there because the king was 14 billion, and we were hoping that the king was going to be offline. However, the king was not offline. Lady Boots was online. She teleported out. She shielded up. It is what it is. Kingdom 30, from this point on, you see Tess got a real good hit there, 217 million on a solo, and only lost half of her march. So that's what you're looking for. That's the kind of target you want. Citadel 28 probably needs to remain shielded on invasion day, but nobody's really expecting, 40 billion people to teleport into their kingdom. So there's that hit again. You see that she only had 640 troop attack, 200 troop defense. So didn't have boosts up, didn't have the best Dark Lord, and Tess made good usage of that with a massive hit, taking out a whole bunch of tier 3 troops all over the place. Cleared all of her tier 2, also the tier 2 that she did have, if she even had any. It doesn't look like she did. So Tess clears that one out with a big old hit. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go to Kingdom 19 after that, because Kingdom 30, like I said, it was fun in Kingdom chat. Had some good times, talked to some people. Nobody understood what was going on. I see this guy hitting somebody, so obviously I go in backdoor, get 2.6 million kills, 0 losses. Tier 6 are a hell of a thing. That guy steals all my kills off the other one, though. And from this point forward, it's just kind of spamming a lot of tier 6 marches into people that don't have many troops. So Kingdom 30, appreciate the hospitality. Sorry for the losses. Lady Boots, good rally take. That was a good siege stack you had there. Keep on going on that Dark Lord, and you will be up to capping pretty soon. So now we're going to go, and we're going to, number 1, execute the hero that I just capped, because, I want an execution boost, and you see that I don't have an execution boost active right now. And after I execute the hero, now we're going to go over to Kingdom 19 and check out Kingdom 19 here in a second. And once again, the reason I'm going to Kingdom 19 is because scout around quite a bit in Kingdom 19. I see that the king is unshielded, and I also see that using sanctuaries, I see that there are quite a few other targets. So if you look at these defeat invaders rewards, that's from the Rally and Occupy Earth. See, defeat troops by invading. If you go down, if you get 18 million troops while you're invading, you get Dark Lord chests. That's a big deal. There's only 5 of them, but maybe you'll get lucky and pull a gold scale. I think I actually did with those 5 Dark Lord chests. I didn't record it, though. So because of the cheaper troop cost on Tier 6, Tier 5, and cheaper revive costs for everything as well, it's a lot more feasible to go out, invade, set some rallies, get some kills, get some Dark Lord chests, get some revive herbs if people invade your kingdom. And so that's what you see me doing right here. Is I have been scouting for a little bit now, scout Kingdom 19 out. I see that the king is unshielded, obviously he's the king, but it also looks like he might be able to be hittable. And then I use the sanctuaries to scout around in hives and find other targets. So I line up a few targets before we even go, and then I'm going to ask and see who still needs 18 million kills from invading. If we all got 18 million kills, it's a little bit less important, but I want to make sure that everybody that goes invading gets those 18 million kills so they can get to the Dark Lord chests. So that's what I'm doing here is I'm going in and I am setting bookmarks on these targets. So as soon as we get there, I can say, you go hit him, you go hit him, you go hit him. You set a rally here. That way we all get our kills, we all get up to 18 million, and we all kick some ass, get some Dark Lord chests, have a good time. So here we go. Port into Kingdom 19. Have a little tomfoolery with the teleports because somebody ported the wrong kingdom, so it takes a minute. But we go to the capital. Hit the chords there. There's the king. He's 14 billion. He's got a shiny gold castle. And we're going to go and set a rally on this 14 billion guy and see if hopefully his gear is not up to par. And hopefully he's not running a big siege stack. If he is, hopefully his Dark Lord's not very low. But here you see what I'm doing is I'm linking these chords and I'm saying, hey, go hit this one. See, LSU still needs some kills. And then Angry still needs some kills. So I tell Angry, hey, go hit this one, 1.5 billion. And then nobody else needs kills at this point, so I'm going to go in and I'm going to get some more kills here in a second as well. But first things first is Tess is going to set a rally on the king. So you see she ports in. As soon as she gets there, sets a rally on the shiny golden base. I'm going to teleport right next to him, so I have the slower return march. She sets a rally from far away just to not spook him, or just because it's sometimes kind of hard to teleport to where you want to port to. Hour and a half march, hit a whole bunch of speeds, but as you can see, I have a couple of those things, so it's going to be okay on this account that they were nice enough to let me play. So the rally is going, 33-minute march. You see FMS start porting in. They're trying to get reinforcements into the king before the rally lands. They're not going to get there, but one thing that's impressive is FMS shows up hard. And you see another thing that's impressive is we only killed 5 million on that rally. He's got 136 million troops going into it, and you look at his boosts, 2,600 additional damage to tier 1 infantry or enemy, and 1,300 troop attack. That means he's wearing Dark Lord. So let's look at what his build is, and you see that he's got a little bit of infantry that Tessa's rally took care of because she sent archers, and then he's got a whole shitload of tier 3 siege. So he's actually got a tier 3 stack going. So maybe he had some insider information on the upcoming patch that's going to reduce HP on tier 2 by quite a bit. A lot of people are freaking out about that. I'm not freaking out yet, and I've got 125 million tier 2 siege. So if I'm not freaking out, you shouldn't be either. There's a distinct possibility it's going to take a while for that gear to get stacked up and get to those HP boosts, especially if it's like Dark Lord. You see Angry's hit. Angry's hit was a whole hell of a lot better than mine. And I'm going to go and I'm going to look at this guy, Citadel 29, unshielded, sitting in the middle of a hive with a whole bunch of shields around it. That is a prime target. And so I'm going to go in, pop all my boosts, send the tier 6 at him, use some of those speeds, and captured an enemy hero. He wasn't zeroed. So I got 2.6 million kills right there. Zeroed him, lost no troops on it, and then I go to Alliance chat, and people are saying, hey, I still need kills, and turns out I'm an asshole, and I stole those kills. But everybody ended up getting their Dark Lord chests, so it's okay. And then look at the scout there, and you'll see what gets me excited about it in just a second is this guy, 2.4 billion zeroed, so he's got decent research. He just didn't have many troops. But look at that scout, 19.4 billion resources. Unfortunately, 17 billion of it is food. So I don't really want to sit here and loot 17 billion food, but I am going to loot them until I get through the rest of those other resources. So I'm going to speed this up, skip it a little bit, because nobody wants to sit here and watch me loot 19 billion resources. So as you can see, all those marches, those are all a whole bunch of siege that are all coming back with a whole shitload of food. And scout that guy over there, you see 9 million troops. And I say, Lady S, solo that one. 9 million troops. That'll be halfway home to the event there. And so I say my chords, Lady S, and you see it lights on fire, and I'm like, oh, cool, she got it. And then, no, that was Tess. As soon as Tess sees chords, she kills it. That's just what she does. Pretty impressive. No matter where she is in the kingdom, the solo will just come flying from the other side of the map. Lady S ended up getting the kills elsewhere, though. But so Kingdom 19, Kingdom 30, both a little bit boring. Not many targets. And that's the way a lot of these kingdoms are getting on Saturdays, which is good. You guys should be shielding up on Saturdays because you never know who's going to come knocking. And so you see this, I was lucky enough to go and rally and solo on a 37 billion account. Nearly maxed on research, shitloads of tier 6 and tier 5 and tier 4 and everything else like that. As many tier 6 as I can use. Still going to try to save them because they're still somewhat expensive to train, even though they're cheaper now. But that said, here you see me solo the king. Because why not? And there's the solo. I killed 2.6 million troops. And that's after a rally hit him for 5 million troops. So I'm not going to keep going because I don't want to kill 2.6 million troops at a time out of 130 million troops. But what was surprising to me is that solo on him with decent Dark Lord and a whole shitload of siege managed to burn him. So maybe if they dropped tier 6 down to 5% of the current cost, then maybe I would have soloed that guy, but I don't think I'm going to anyways. But anyways, give me a like, give me a follow. Stay tuned for part 2 tomorrow, where I take my account to Kingdom 9, and we get a whole bunch of rallies in, get some big zeros, whole lot of tier 6 run to their doom.